Hello Aries, thank you so much for joining me for your September reading. I'm Lorien and it's an absolute pleasure to bring this Psychic Tarot reading for you. They're using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, and this is a general reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising sign. If you do want to check out any love related readings, all you need to do is look at your Venus sign. So that should give you the general sense of the energies that are surrounding you for that month when it comes to your romantic relationships. If you do want a private reading with myself, all you have to do is click on the link below to my website or email me. The email address is below. It's lorientarot@gmail.com. And that's, I think, mostly for those of you who seem to be struggling with choosing which reading you should have for your particular questions and things like that. So if you do want to ask me, that's absolutely fine, and then I'll direct you to the correct reading and stuff like that. Absolutely no skin off my nose to do that for you. So let's see what information we've got for Aries in September 2017. Oh, they said stop. Okay. And they were getting a little bit antsy, so let's have a look. Oh, nice. So first you have the Two of Wands. Oh, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Let me just move this down the line a little bit. Oh, and the Five of Swords. The Lover's card. Ooh. Oh, two at a time. Okay, hang on. The Emperor. Oh my, okay. The Fool. Very good, very good. And Six of Pentacles. Wow. And at the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles. Also wow. Okay. So, very interesting indeed. Just see if I can bring these around a little bit for you, because I'm aware that the light's changing outside. I don't want you to not be able to see any of them. There we go. Alright, so it's not tidy, but it'll do. Okay. Let's see what we got here for you. So, the feeling that I'm getting is quite a lot of, well, basically quite a lot of magic. You have smoke here, smoke here, smoke here, smoke here. You got clouds. A little bit of smoke going out the chimney. And smoke to me is something that seems to be all about incense and candles and cleansing and stuff like that. So maybe you need to do a little bit of cleansing this month. That could be needed for you. It could just be a simple thing where in the shower or in the bath, which is something that I've used because it was recommended to me. Imagine that all the energetical, if that's a word, dust and grime and things from others and the pressures and stuff are just being washed away. It's like sometimes it can come on as like a little bit of a cakey mud, just imagine that that's just being washed away, and beneath it your skin is glowing like a jewel. So it can be whatever jewel you like. It can be a diamond, it can be an emerald, sapphire, whatever you want. As this kind of mud goes through and it goes down the drain, all that negativity goes down the drain, and what is left is you, perfect shiny jewel. So that's good for just general cleansing every day or once or twice a week, depending on when you want to visualize. So that's quite a good thing for you to do. Also, if you do want to just light some candles, get that energy burning in your house, that's also pretty good. Incense and things like that. But definitely does seem like this is a good month to refuel, restart, get all that kind of negativity off if you can. I'm not saying that you have a lot of it on you, but it does seem like maybe you've been tired and maybe a little bit of things kind of pressing onto you sometimes, from all angles, not just from one in particular. It seems like there's been people trying to get your attention here, there and everywhere. That can be a good thing. That can also be very stressful. So let's hope that you're actually going to get some energy for this month to actually come through and maybe see things on a bit happier note. It also, I just looked at the camera and it was 444 then. So it also feels like there are people here to support you. To be honest, there's only one negative card. This is a great reading. Okay, so Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is all about duality, and this is about your progress, your discovery. Maybe you discovered something really cool recently. Maybe there's something that you really like a new book or a new hobby, a new way of painting, a new way of organizing your socks in your drawer. I don't know. It just feels like there's something that's particularly ambitious with this one. You've discovered something new, and now you want to know where it's going to take you. This is your energy. This is your creativity. And it also feels like you're on the verge of something new. You know that there's something that you can achieve here. You know that there's something that's just on the course. And the world, I think, maybe is what you're trying to find your place within. So, or maybe you've already found your place within the world and you're wondering how to enhance that. You're wondering how to enhance that feeling with others. Here we go. Here's the Lovers. I think this could indicate a supportive partner if you're not coupled. Even if you are coupled, it could be a supportive partner. But also it seems to be that this is the duality that you need to kind of get out into the world. Again, that you want to see something that you've discovered and you want to send it out into the world. Something like that. Just sending good vibes to people, I think this could do. Again, with the smoke and the cleansing and the new beginnings that are coming through, I think this is quite prominent for you as well. It feels very contained, it feels very positive. I would also say that it could be a little bit of seclusion. You may have to hide yourself away a little bit during September, just to get your mind sorted and to get various things happening for you in a good way. But overall, it seems that it's quite a good, settled first column for you, even though there's a chance of possibility, there's a chance of discovery and adventure coming through. Okay, so feels like you got a lot of work to do. This Eight of Pentacles really does not change, you know. This basically means that you are going to have some dedication, maybe some even pig-headed dedication, just very much eyes down to try and do it. Although I do think that it could be a new way of doing things that you've discovered. I think this is all to do with your business, your career, your growth, your foundation, how you're happy grows. You know, it's a weird way of saying it, but how you feel like you're achieving, what you're doing to make yourself happy, what you're doing to achieve in this world anyway. And I do also feel that this is something that can help people. You may even be teaching people. Like, even if it's just by example, you're leading by example, but this is very much dedication. You've got a different combination of things you can try. I think also this could be the amount of projects that you may want to have on the go at one time, or the ideas that you have on the go at one time. So maybe just kind of pace yourself, because I do see here, oh, look at this, you've got the Emperor here. Now, the Emperor to a lot of people means that this is a significant other coming in. So if you're uncoupled, definitely you have a very significant person coming through for you. However, I do feel this is somebody that may be giving you directions, giving you a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance and stability. Somebody who is quite assured of themselves and could just be lighting the way, giving you a green light for something. Could be somebody who sees the work you're doing. Maybe this is something that you've done for them. It's kind of like a constellation map here. So it could be that you've done something and this person goes, hey, yeah, I like that, and maybe takes you on board and tries to, I don't think they're going to teach you, even though this guy is sometimes in education, but I do feel that they're going to like what you have to give, and they're probably going to ask you to go on board with them or pay attention to you, or just something that seems to be quite intense here with this person. They like what they see, they like what you're doing, they like the effort that you're putting in. Similarly, it could also be that you feel like that you're the emperor in your own world, that all the work you're doing is very much making you in charge. You feel very positive, you feel like you're actually on a roll here with it. So it could be that you feel quite prominent with it, and it could also be that you feel very determined and more analytical in your practice. It could be that you are very much saying, look, this needs this, and you're not leading by emotions or impulse, which, you know, can be very good, especially if you feel prone to just making snap decisions. It could be quite a good thing to practice being that kind of discerning. Then you have the Ten of Pentacles, another brilliant card. This is all about completion and having your established reputation even. It also feels like you have everything coming home to roost. Maybe a little bit of the circle being fulfilled. You know, like you've been drawing a circle over the last few years, with your love, your relationships, your family, your career, your things, basically. So you've been doing that, and this kind of comes through to suggest that, hey, you've reached the first stage, you've reached the first level. Where do you go next? Okay, so you've got your friends, your family, your social life, the place that you love to live, or whatever. Where do you go next? What do you do next? Well, oh, sorry, I didn't realize it's not. Where do you go next? What's the next thing you do? Where's the next adventure that you want to take? What's the next thing that you want to learn? Where do you want to go from here? What is it you want to achieve? You know, because these two don't necessarily exclude each other. This is all about having that potential of being set free again. So yeah, you have your stability, you have your grounding force, you have your base, if you will, but this can also be your launch pad to something new. This could be something that sets you off. Also, it could just be you coming through for a flying visit, making sure everybody's okay, making sure that people in your life are fine before you set off again. You know, it could just be you having that kind of home touchdown. Everyone okay? Good? Yeah, great, fine. Off you go again. It could be that kind of thing that you're actually trying to juggle between some certain aspects of it. But overall, it seems pretty positive for me. Just sort of try and put it up a bit. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords, which is basically a little bit about adversity. So with you going here, there, and everywhere and being dedicated and being very strong about certain things, you could come up against a little bit of people who don't like it. Bit of tension, bit of people who are saying, oh no, look at you, you're showing off and yeah, don't like it. You know, that kind of thing. Basically, why are you showing off? Why are you hurting this person's feelings? Did you steal this idea from us? Why did you, why have you got a promotion before me? Why? So just be careful. Some friends may be incredibly sensitive, and if you are successful, I think that people could go, or something like that. You know, that they might not be very supportive of your new decisions, of your new abilities, things like that. So just maybe be aware that that could be something to come up and not bite you in the bum, but certainly give you a little bit of, oh, really? Because even now, let me just do this also as an example. Even with this, see, it could be that you're going, hey, yeah, I'm awesome. Look at me. I'm doing a lot here. I'm doing so good. And it could be like that. And like you feel very generous and you feel that you can give back to people. You can put food in people's pockets, you can support yourself, you can be independent. But at the same time, somebody may be saying, why are you doing this? Why are you forgetting about us when you're dependents? Why are you showing off that you have this independence? You know, some people you just can't please. Some people you really just cannot please. But this is about growth. This is about your charity and your giving and your feeling of, I've reached a certain point, now I can give back. So for instance, it could be like you have your last £2. Yeah, sure. When you decide to give it to somebody you see who's in need, but people will be like, oh, well, you're not that bad off then, are you, if you can just give that away willy-nilly and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're a bit stupid about doing that. Negativity does not need to be in your life. You can just clear that away in the shower, wash it off. Like I say, just make sure that you can shove that to one side and just ignore that, because you do you. You juggle if you want to. You juggle your time and your tasks and your abilities and things if you feel that makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, you have the Ace of Pentacles coming here. So the Ace of Pentacles is more about potential, and especially with this, it's a new job, it's a new beginning, it's changes to your lifestyle, it's manifestation, it could be new home, new projects. Leading into October, it certainly seems like this is going to be a theme. Even though the sun seems to be setting here, I do feel like it's almost like a new day for you. It's something that you feel joy about discovering. Even to me, with this little kitty here with the water, it looked like the One Ring to me, so maybe it's a little bit of power too. It feels like there's a lot of reasons to be happy, there's a lot of strings to add to your bow. In other words, it seems like a very productive month for you, Aries. So let's have a look and see what information comes through in the runes. Alrighty. Oh, Okay, so this is solo. This is health and victory, honor and success. So I would say, yeah, you're going to be sending some health and good vibes out into the universe, really. This is about life force. So maybe you're feeling in touch with yours. Maybe you're feeling in touch with your soul purpose and the fact that you want to be a particular way. I do feel that you're going to be very busy. In fact, even in the meditation, in my meditation, I'll just get my notes. It says you've been busy. You have been so busy. You've been doing this. Maybe you've been traveling everywhere. You've been doing so much. And I think this is coming through now for you. Then we have Ansu's Odin's Rune upside down. This is vanity and boredom. And I was actually going to put that here. So maybe if on the one side you feel like you are just being a bit bored with the same thing over and over and over again, you need a little bit of injection of something new, this guy could be the person to bring it. But I will do an additional rune just in case. Oh, Ice Sap, which is reinforcement, but also a little bit of challenge. Could be a challenge to get all these things done. Could be a challenge to get all the information you need. But again, I think with him, he's reinforcing you, he's helping you, he's injecting a little bit of something else. Now, it could be your higher self, it could be your logical mind saying, hey, I need to do something. But yeah, you definitely get reinforcements here, so I don't think this is bad at all. Okay, and who are you? We have Fehu, Freya's Rune. So this is money, love, hope, success, protection, magic, everything you can hope for, and it goes here, and it's great. It basically means that success is on its way. You should reach something very strong in September. You should reach something so much of a pinnacle of the first stage of something that you feel finally able to move on, able to kind of proceed with something that you really want to do. I honestly feel this is a great success for you this month, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens for you, Aries. Okay, so I'm going to say this is half and half, really. This is about endings and beginnings, and sometimes a little bit of energy blockages too. To me, it looks like arteries and blood cells and things like that. So this kind of has to be built up, and I think that sometimes you can get somebody who really wants to block your path. Sometimes you can just be generating good juju by giving. So I do think that that's pretty much something that they want to say, but I am just going to get a clarifier here. Oh, okay, so this came out for Capricorn. This is trustworthiness, motivation, and defense. So I would say that this is a little bit of, yeah, defense, basically. Don't trust the wrong people. Maybe you need some protection from certain things. But I honestly feel like this is going to be something that you can develop over the course of September. You can be very discerning of the people who are out to get you and who you feel are very trustworthy. You can make your own decisions about who you want to trust and who you just want to fob off because they're too much work, you know what I mean? So I don't think that you're in the wrong in any stage of this month. It's just a case of, you know, when you're really proud of something and you say, hey, yeah, I've been doing this and I'm woohoo. People may see that as you tooting your own horn or being too open about it or trying to make people jealous, especially at the end of the month. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think if they are very much saying, well, you're full of yourself, then it could just be that they're very insecure, that they've not actually done much that they wanted to do. And if you tried to help them even, I do think that they would come back and be a little bit annoyed about the fact that you're trying to help them. So it may be a little bit of a lose-lose situation with them. And I think in that response, you should just kind of take a step back and just do whatever you need to do. But Aries, it seems like it's a particularly great month for you. I really do wish it comes through this way. Remember the tip about cleansing yourself in the shower or the bath or whatever, and do let me know what you have planned for September, because I'd love to know. I'd love to hear about everything that you're doing. Thanks so much for commenting, liking, sharing, everything you do for me. If you want to become a patron, all you have to do is click the link below. Similarly, if you want a private reading and you will want to buy one from me on the website, just click the link and it'll take you directly there. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best. I really look forward to hearing your stories and to see what October brings for you. Take care, Aries.